Everybody? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is YouTube Finest, OG Old School. What's going on? You can call me Old School. Yo, I had a good event set up today. I got to tell you, this has been some kind of day. I got to tell you, man, I'm telling you, today, if anybody familiar with Amazing Race, today was an amazing race type of day. Uh, I set out to do this video. My mom is leaving and going on a little bit of a vacation, right? And uh, I was telling y'all in a previous video that she had all of these bags. She had about 10 bags, not about, she had 10 bags. I put up a video earlier and it was flagged saying something about the music that I put up there, whatever. She had 10 bags. I said, Ma, they're not going to allow you to take all of those bags on the train. They'll take them. They'll take them. All right. So, all right. So I needed to get some charge on my phone because I plan to, uh, you know, do my video, the whole process. I was going to get footage of us riding up there, the whole shebang. I started out doing my video earlier and my signal dropped. I said, look at this. So I said, well, you know what? I ain't gonna keep on having these videos cutting on and off. I'm just gonna go in and just wait till I get up there, and then I'll do the my videos from that point. I go in and run the tape then. So we headed up. No, before we headed up there, I said, let me charge my phone. I'll be back to get you, uh, in about 15 minutes, right? So I come back 15 minutes later, and my mom is in there asleep. I said, Mom, what are you doing? I said, you're supposed to be ready. All right, let me go use the bathroom before I go. I said, you know what? I'm glad I already done put the bags and stuff in the car. All that stuff was set. So had to wait for her to use the bathroom. She get in the car. We head on down the road. All right, we're making good time. Now, we were under the impression that we needed to be there by 11:30, right? To get the train, 11:30. So we looking at the time. Time looked good. We're making good time. Traffic was good until we run into this one person that was driving about 20 miles an hour. And they was just swaying back and forth, back and forth. Like, what's wrong with them? So we hit the gas, went on around them, got back on our pace. We was rolling. All right, we make it up there to the train station, and I noticed that it's got orange construction tape going across the track, blocking off where the train's supposed to go through. I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Why they got this construction out here? So we pull up to the station, we park, and I saw one of the construction guys, and I asked him, I said, is the train still running through here? He said, yeah, the train is on its way now. We about to move that tape out the way. So immediately we started panic. Well, I panicked, like, come on, we got to get up there, to get up there by the tracks. And before I could say anything, boop, boop, here come the train coming in. Like, oh my goodness. So we racing, me and my girl, we racing trying to get the bags. Cause I told you she got 10 bags. And my mom just standing there, just frozen. I said, Mom, you got to get on up there. You go on and take your chair and get on up there so you can let them know, that you're here before they pull away from the station. So I put one of the bags on her little chair and she started casually walking towards I don't know what that is. She started casually walking towards the track. At this point, people are starting getting ready. They just open up the doors on the train, and the guys came out, telling people to come on. So We rushing, trying to get up there. So it was people. It was like a handicap ramp that was going up in the opposite direction to where my mom needed to go. But it was people in line right there. So I went and I tossed a couple of bags I had over the gate, and I ran back to the car to go get, the last bag. Well, I didn't know it was the last bag, but to go get the other bags, thinkingly. And when I did that, I started feeling real funny in my head. Like, it's like, what is going on? So I grabbed the bag. The both of the straps pop on the bag. I'm like, oh my goodness! Like, so I run back up. So I run back up, and I started feeling faint, like I was going to pass out. I said, what is going on? So I get back up there to the train, and what are those conductors? The conductor said, uh, "This is too many bags. Like we only allow 6 bags, on the train." So uh, my mom was like, "Okay." So she started, pointing out the bags that she needed, like her medicine and stuff like that. He had already took about 6 of the bags as it is. So when it was all said and done, lucky for her, he took 9 of her bags. 2 of them was small. All the rest of them was heavy. So she was lucky and blessed enough to be able to do that. And then the one without the straps, I wound up bringing that back. But she was able to get on the train safely. And I tell you what, we was sweating bricks from trying to carry all that stuff. Just is you know just sweating, like because it was hot. It's hot. So she sent me a text message, and I thought about it. I said, usually when I put her on a train, I usually let her know on her phone where she can find her ticket number and stuff like that. And I remember, I said, dang, I didn't tell her. So I sent her a message asking, did she have her ticket? And when she responded back, she told me that, they had all of her information and she didn't need it. And, she was good to go. So she was happy. She said that they told her that she was going to get some free drinks, and they set her up real good. And, she's very happy about, her trip. She's on her way now. She should be there in another couple of hours. So that was good. That was good. But I'm gonna tell you, we was balling. We was balling trying to get there. Like I'm telling you, Amazing Race. We was balling, and I gotta give credit to my girl because I'm gonna tell you, she was rolling. She was rolling. Even when we got to the station, I had threw some bags over the gate, so I don't have to wait in the line and wait for them people while this guy is sitting up there waiting for her to come and bring her things. So I just threw those bags over the gate. And by the time I got back over the other side, my girl had already took all of them bags down there. They were sitting down there in front of the conductor. So all I had to do was hand them over to him. So, and my mom, she really appreciated, she really appreciated the efforts and stuff. But the thing is, you know, um, it was a couple of things. I told my mom wears a hearing aid, and but she don't wear her hearing aid. And on the way up in the car, I said, "Mom, where's your hearing aid?" I got it packed up. I said, "Why is it packed up? It should be on your ears where you can hear." I don't need no hearing aid. You the one need a hearing aid. I said, "Look at that. See, she trying to be funny." And sure enough, we get up there to the track. The man hollering out her section for her to come to get on the train, and she just standing there. She ain't even hear it. Even when my girl, she heard it, I heard it. I said, "Mom, you gotta go up there. You gotta go up there. That's your section right there." And my girl wound up taking some of her bags up there to the guy and coming back to get my mom to take her up there because she's still sitting and like in a zone. So it was something. Then we had to go clean cross town to Myrtle Beach from there. So it's been some kind of day. That's why I rescheduled this live instead of just going, because going through some of those areas, I don't know, it's something with the signal that be going on. What is this? Excuse me, y'all. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they do that. I apologize. I usually have uh, my other phone where I can kind of see what was coming up on the screen. It wasn't somebody in the chat. It was something else that came up there. I didn't know what that was. But anyway, when it's all said and done, we had a successful trip. We was able to go out and do what we need to do with that. And fortunately for her, uh, they took most of those bags, most of those unnecessary bags that my mom had. I just have to call ahead because my aunt usually pick her up from the station, and my aunt is not going to be able to carry all of them bags by herself. So I'm gonna try to call ahead to her and let her know so that she can, maybe take her grandson with her or something, have somebody to help her carry them things. My mom, see, she don't think about stuff like that. See, you know, you got to plan. When you're making your plan, you have to ask people, are they going to be available to, help you, instead of assuming, with them not knowing, you know, they may pull up in a little small car and all them bags that she got, or it may pull up in a small car with a group of people. Like she have too many bags to not let somebody know what she's coming with, you know. But it's a process. I just try to pray for my mom and you know and go from there. But like I said, I appreciate y'all checking out my video yesterday. Um, um, I got thrown off with that comment that was up on my screen, but I appreciate y'all coming in and checking out my video. I just wanted to follow up with you. I know I was supposed to do that live earlier, and I wanted to let y'all know what had happened and what was going on, and you know, go from there. Like I said, I'm working on uh, some new stuff. My name has changed from chilling with Unc to OG old school. Um, y'all can call me old school. That's what everybody do. I feel more comfortable with that, and I look forward to coming and doing more things, being more active here on social media, and getting to know y'all and having y'all get to know me. But I really appreciate everything. But I'm gonna sign on off here. I just wanted to do a follow up and let y'all know what was going on. Um, I just didn't want to leave you hanging and not know what happened when I had everything set up for today. But I'll be back at you soon. I appreciate everything. Thank you for all your comments and your likes. I appreciate it if you would subscribe. Uh, And I see you in the next one. God bless you to all of y'all. As I always say, love, peace, and blessings. I see you in the next one. Peace out.